Hello everyone, this is the Gadget Man with Discovering in Color, and welcome to today's episode. And today we're going to talk about 5 things that I just don't really like about backpacking. I like everything else, but these 5 things just kind of get to me. So let's get started with number 5. Number 5 is hills and mountains and stuff like that. They're kind of fun to go down. They're kind of a bear to go up. So you know, you got to deal with it on the road. You got to deal with it on the trail. So it's just one of those things you get. But you know, if I could just have a nice rolling hills or flat areas, that would be perfect. But hey, you know, hills, you just got to deal with them. Okay, number 4, and that's going to be the rain. Once again, it's something that always happens. You can't do anything with it, but you know, it's kind of a pain in the butt because once you get in the rain, no matter how hard you protect yourself, something's going to get wet. Even if you wear a rain jacket, depending on how long the rain is, when you're moving with it and making changes and going up hills, you get hot. So you either get wet on the outside or you get wet on the inside. And every single rain jacket that I've ever owned has been fair. It's very, very good, but they do wet through. So, hey, it's the rain. Not to mention the fact that it gets very humid, and no matter how careful you are, everything gets damp and wet. So number 4 is the rain. Number 3, and that's going to be trash on the trails. That really does bug me when you're hiking out in some pristine area and you look down and you see trash, be it a water bottle, be it just a wrapper from a candy bar or something like that that some hiker has just deposited on the ground. So I tend to pick those things up, take them with me. If they're cans, crush them down. If it's just regular trash, just pick it up, put it in my pocket. But trash does bug me on the trail. So if you're out there and you're hiking, please, 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 if you take it out there, please bring it back. Number 2, and that's going to be rocky trails. Rocky trails are pretty rough on your feet. We've got some here in Oklahoma, specifically the Ouachita Trail. When you get a little further in deep into the Ouachita Trail, there's some areas that are pretty rocky. And I got to tell you, it'll stress your legs pretty good and your knees, and almost like no matter what boots you have on, by the time you get done hiking that, you're ready to take a good nap. So rocky trails just aren't that bad. Now, trails we have to go over boulders and stuff, I can deal with those. But I got to tell you, those rocky trails with the rocks that are just big enough that you have to, you know, you can't quite get your footing on and those type of things, don't really like them. But hey, you know, it's all part of backpacking. All right, so that goes through the top 4 things that I don't like. And then there's the number 1 thing on backpacking and camping that I don't like. And maybe some of you have guessed it, but it's going to be bugs. To be specific, ticks. I cannot stand ticks. Blood-sucking parasites that for some reason the good Lord put on this earth. I don't know why, but I wish he would get rid of every single one because I don't see any possible reason that they're here other than to annoy people. So I can deal with mosquitoes and I can deal with spiders and chiggers and those type of things, but I got to tell you, ticks are absolutely horrible. So number 1, bugs. That's a list of my top 5 things that I just don't really like about backpacking. I love everything else. I love the experience. I love being out there. I love the hiking portion of it, the backpacking portion of it, the camping portion of it, the sleeping portion of it, the eating portion of it. It's all really great. Love interacting with some really wonderful people that you probably wouldn't normally see in your everyday life, but it's a good time. So with that, just a kind of a quick video on the 5 things I don't like about backpacking, but I love everything else. Thank you very much. The Gadget Man here, and I'll see you on the trail.